And at this spot is Aslima. Eileen Lahi, who goes by the username Aslima, she is an Instagram star and a YouTuber from the country of Estonia. I don't know too many people from Estonia, as a matter of fact. I don't think I can recall one off the top of my head right now. Either way, she usually posts selfies and travel photos and pictures of her family while donning modest clothing. And now you'll also find travel vlogs on her YouTube channel and videos where she shares her faith. Her journey to Islam started at the age of 14 years old, but she was not raised in any particular religion though. Young's World comes in at number 4. Now, he was a strict Christian growing up in a very strict Christian household. Like, his entire family was heavily involved in the church. He's from South Korea and he launched his YouTube channel in 2019, and you'll find some pretty funny reaction videos and skits. But you see, due to some crimes that were actually committed in several churches when he used to attend, and also the fact that he noticed so many Christians were not practicing their faith at all, well, that really turned him off from religion in general, and he got to the point where he just didn't want to follow any religion. But after he began YouTube and began to seek God on his own, he was actually urged by his fans to explore and embrace Islam. And when he became Muslim, he didn't even want to tell his friends and family, but now he's a lot more public with his faith. Mr. Watwa comes in at number 3. Abdullahi Uni, also known as Mr. Watwa on social media, he has a fast-growing YouTube channel, and he actually converted to Islam after 2 years of doing research and studying. Originally, he was from the country of Nigeria, and he comes from a Catholic background, and the majority of his videos you'll find are vlogs and reaction videos. As a matter of fact, he's even reacted to some of our videos on FTD Facts in the past. Like, take for instance our Facts About Hinduism video where he did a reaction to. This group of texts are known as Vedas. Vedas are also called Surti. Unlike other religious texts, the more and more he viewed content on religion, especially on Islam, well, his beliefs and views started to shift as he questioned his Catholic beliefs. Fans were really happy when he announced on YouTube that he took his Shahada and officially became a Muslim. And now, this guy has such a great personality, he's always in a good mood, and honestly, I would have to say that watching his videos leaves me in a good mood, and I'm sure it'll do the same for you as well. The influencer at number 2 is Dawood Kim. Dawood Kim, he's a famous Korean YouTuber, and his name is J. David Kim, also known as Dawood Kim. He declared that he converted to Islam, and he actually grew up Christian, but after spending quite a bit of time looking into and examining Islam for himself, he decided that it was the religion that he wanted to choose to practice. Now, after becoming Muslim, he changed his name to Dawood Kim, and Dawood is the Arabic pronunciation of the name David. When it comes to converting to Islam, he says this in his own words, and I quote, "I'm so happy. Actually, I'm so happy. There are some hardships and difficulties in Korea as a Muslim, but instead of that, I am so happy because so many Muslims in Korea said congratulations." And finally, we end off this episode with number 1. This one was the most surprising for me, Ali Dawah. Ali Dawah, he is a very popular Muslim YouTuber. He's a content creator from Turkey whose videos help spread the message of Islam as well as inspire young people. Ali Dawah comes from a Shia and agnostic household, and they never really practiced their religious beliefs or anything. And surprisingly, in his teenage years, he was involved with gangs. And it wasn't until he moved in with his dad and started hanging out with a new group of friends that his life started to turn around. Ali is a student of comparative religion, and because of that, he has a whole catalog of videos that aim to raise awareness on topics related to religion and how you can compare them and come to your own conclusions. He's a staunch promoter of Islam, and his videos really embody the passion that he has for people wanting to know about the religion of Islam. At number 10, let's look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, of course, is a boxing legend. Iron Mike Tyson, you know, that name says it all. Well, he converted to Islam in the 1990s, and he has held all 3 major championship belts and said he has made various religious pilgrimages, including one to the city of Mecca. Many sources have said that Tyson converted to Islam while he was imprisoned following a conviction in the year 1992. But Tyson, who served 3 years of the 6-year sentence, said that that isn't the case. In his own words, he says, and I quote, "I was Muslim before I went in to prison. My chauffeur was in there, the Nation of Islam Captain Joe. He would educate me every day, every second." From there, celebrity at number 9 is Ellen Bernstein. This American actress who was born a Christian, she converted to Islam after studying Sufism. Ellen Bernstein is also in very close contact with preachers of the Sufi sect of Islam. She was named Hadaya after converting, but is not committed to just one specific religion, although yes, she does practice Sufi Islam. Coming in at number 8, we have Jermaine Jackson, the brother of the late king of pop Michael Jackson. He revealed that he converted to Islam from Christianity. In an interview with BBC, Jermaine, he described how he and his sister went on a tour of the Middle East, and this happened back in the year 1989, and he really emphasized that he met some children who welcomed them warmly. Jermaine revealed that during his conversation with the children, they were quick to tell him that they were proud Muslims. Now, the children's confidence, he said, really shook me from within. Then they started telling me about Islam. They were giving me information that was relevant to their age. Their tone of their voice would reveal that they were extremely proud of Islam. This is how I approached Islam. That's his own words. In at the number 7 spot, let's take a look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. When asked about the journey of conversion to Islam, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he said that the transition was not merely a change in a celebrity brand name, but a transformation of the heart, a transformation of the soul, and a transformation of the mind. Here's one quote from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar himself. "I used to be Lou Alcindor, the pale reflection of what white America expected of me. I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the manifestation of my African history, culture, and beliefs. And when you convert to an unfamiliar or unpopular religion, it invites criticism of your intelligence, patriotism, and sanity. I should know, even though I became a Muslim more than 40 years ago, I'm still defending that choice." Busta Rhymes comes next at number 6. He is famous definitely for how fast he can rap. And one of the significant years of change in his life was back in the year 1983 when his parents got divorced and he decided to change his religious beliefs. He also suffered a personal loss in the year 1992 when he lost his son. Now, these challenges haunted him, but Busta Rhymes, he has spoken publicly about his faith, explaining that Islam is what grounds him. He says, "I'm too blessed to fit the mold. They said press 6 to give your soul, or not, and you can hold. You are never gonna explode." Number 5 leads us to Jennifer Grout. In an interview with Al Jazeera, Jennifer Grout, who is an American singer, she recalled pleasant memories of her time in Morocco, which prompted her to convert to Islam back in 2013. Jennifer Grout said that after graduating from McGill University in Canada and taking a summer trip to Morocco in 2012, there was something special about Morocco that affected her and led her to convert to Islam. Now, the singer was referring to how generous and hospitable the Moroccan people actually are. Listening to all of the mosques call to prayers at the same time also really surprised her. And she began listening to the Quran actually back in the year 2010. But according to Al Jazeera, she is now well known for her recitations of the Quran. So yeah, she started to listen to the Quran, she went on her trip, and then a year later, boom, she became Muslim. Next up, let's look at Sharmila Tagore. Sharmila Tagore, the actress who was awarded the Padma Bhushan by the government of India in the year 2013, has also converted to Islam. She fell in love with Mansoor Ali Khan Potadi. He's a late cricket player and converted to Islam before marrying him. She was born a Hindu, but after her marriage, she changed her name to Aisha Begum, and Saif Ali Khan, Saba Ali Khan, and Soha Ali Khan are the couple's 3 children. Number 3 leads us to Nicholas Anelka. Nicholas Anelka was 16 years old when he converted to Islam. He says that he was always righteous and had good values, and over time he became sure that Islam was the religion for him. He had these words to say, and I quote, "I felt this relationship with God, and that enlightened my life. I had that conviction in my heart that that was my religion." Coming in at the number 2 spot in this episode, Dave Chappelle. Top American comedian Dave Chappelle revealed that the moment he decided to convert to Islam was his experience at the holy Zamzam well in Saudi Arabia. Chappelle actually stated that his journey of conversion to Islam originally started when he was 17 years old and living in Washington, D.C. at a pizza shop with a Muslim employee. And Dave Chappelle, he had this to say. "I asked him questions about his religion, and he was so enthusiastic about it that it was very compelling. I liked Islam's perspective, and I think these things influenced my decision that I wanted to have a meaningful life, a spiritual life." Ending this episode off at number 1, the newest Muslim convert in this list is Andrew Tate. British-American kickboxer and influencer Andrew Tate, who was banned on all social media platforms earlier this year, 2022, has now officially converted to Islam. The former kickboxer previously described Islam as being the last true religion on the planet, and that he is now confirmed that he is Muslim himself after a video of him praying in a mosque went completely viral online. Tate is a self-proclaimed success coach, and he had this to say in his own words. "This is why I'm Muslim. Any Christian who believes in good and understands the true battle against evil must convert. So be patient, indeed the promise of Allah is true." And he cited that from the Quran, Surah 30, verses 60. At number 10, we have Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson, of course, is the sister of the legendary singer Michael Jackson and a renowned actress and singer herself. She converted to Islam back in the year 2013 in order to marry her Muslim fiancé, Wissam Al-Mana. Janet Jackson left the entertainment industry after marrying the Qatar-based billionaire entrepreneur, claiming that she was tired of the antagonistic industry and needed some privacy from the snooping paparazzi. She is, however, planning a comeback, apparently, with a new album under her own record label. Number 9, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr. changed his name to Abdul-Jabbar after converting to Islam. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he rose to prominence as a basketball player while growing up in New York City. He dominated the local high school and was later transferred to UCLA. He won the 1971 NBA title with Oscar Robertson, and after winning the title, he announced the news of his conversion. While talking about the reason why he changed his name, he said this, and I quote, "The adoption of a new name was an extension of my rejection of everything in my life that related to my family's and people's enslavement." He said this in a 2015 Al Jazeera America editorial. He then went on to say, and I quote, "My ancestors were owned by Alcindor, a French planter in the West Indies. My ancestors were Yorubas from the modern-day Nigeria. Keeping the name of my family's slave master seemed to dishonor them in some way. His name felt like a shameful scar." From there, let's move on to Sharmila Tagore. Sharmila Tagore, a Hindu by birth, converted to Islam after falling in love with an Indian Muslim cricketer, Mansoor Ali Khan Potadi. She converted to Islam in order to marry Khan back in the year 1969. While Tagore, she felt pressured to convert to Islam before marrying a Muslim, her daughter-in-law, Kareena Kapoor Khan, did not feel the same way before marrying a Muslim actor, Saif Ali Khan. In at the number 7 spot, we have Dharmendra and Hema Malini. The 90s couple of Dharmendra and Hema Malini converted to Islam in the year 1979 in order to marry each other. Dharmendra was already married to Prakash Kaur when he fell in love with Hema Malini while filming Sholay. As Hindu law does not allow a man to marry 2 women at a time, so Dharmendra decided to change his religion to Islam so he could marry his love. Later, Dharmendra changed his name to Dilawar Khan Kiwal Krishna. Now, as they did change their religion just to get married, it is quite unsure if they ever were really practicing Muslims. Next up on the list at number 6, we have Omar Epps. Omar Epps, better known as Dr. Foreman on House, well, he is reportedly a Muslim. There are no confirmed reports on his conversion because the actor has always kept his religious views very private. But it is claimed that not only is he Muslim by faith, but his middle name is also Hashim. Up next at number 5, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg. In 2009, he converted his religion to Islam and joined the Nation of Islam, the group made in 1930 with the aim to promote conditions for Black Americans. While talking about his reasons for joining the group, he said, and I quote, "I'm a peace advocate, and I've been in the peace movement since I started making music. My whole thing isn't about trying to force my thing on you, it's just about the way I live. And I live how I'm supposed to live in terms of doing what's right and representing what's right, which is why I'm here today." Funny man Dave Chappelle is up next at number 4. Dave Chappelle, of course, a United States comic genius. He is one of the world's best, if not the best, stand-up comedians, but he converted to Islam back in the year 1998. His conversion to Islam was influenced by his brother, who had converted to Islam under the influence of the Nation of Islam, and his 10-year-old Muslim family member, Salim. Now, later on, it was reported that Dave Chappelle, he abruptly left the controversial show business. And this was when his show, The Chappelle Show, was in the middle of production because the content contradicted his Islamic beliefs. But of course, he's made a big comeback now, and he, in true Dave Chappelle fashion, has started a lot of controversy in revealing some truths behind society and the media industry. Mike Tyson comes next. He is the former heavyweight world champion, and he has long been regarded as one of boxing's most intimidating fighters. Even to this day, people are still afraid of Mike Tyson. Either way though, outside of the ring, Mike Tyson has frequently found himself on the wrong side of the law. Mike Tyson was convicted of sexual assault in the year 1992, and the world champion boxer was arrested and imprisoned for 3 years. Now, while he was in prison, he reportedly underwent a personal change. Mike Tyson, according to reports, converted to Islam after finding solace in Islamic preaching and beliefs. There were a few people that knew about his conversion until he tweeted a photo of himself performing Umrah in front of the Holy Kaaba in Mecca in the year 2010. A.R. Rahman is at number 2. The legendary Indian music producer, singer, songwriter is known for his remarkable music compositions and was born in a Hindu household. While his mother was raised in an Islamic family and was inspired by Sufism, Rahman, he grew up as a Hindu. Only after meeting Qadiri Islam, when his younger sister became gravely ill, was he then drawn to Islamic ideals and all of their values. Then he was really moved by the religion and then soon converted to it. Coming in at number 1, we have Muhammad Ali. Have you ever heard the name Cassius Clay? Well, he is no other than Muhammad Ali, the legendary boxing champion and Olympic medalist. When he was born, he was baptized as a Christian and given the name Cassius Clay. However, at the age of 20 years old, the boxer met Malcolm X, who introduced him to the Nation of Islam. And Ali was inspired and soon converted to Islam under the mentorship of Malcolm X, beginning his Sufism practice in the year 2005. Muhammad Ali was outspoken and influential, and he wore his badge of being a Muslim very proudly.